Good morning, everyone. How are you, children? Good? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning, Apurv, Radhya, Dev, Krishav, Noel, Utsav, Akshat. Okay, ma'am. No worries. So, children, are you ready with your history book? I hope you all know that we'll be continuing with the history chapter. Right, children? Exactly. Just hold it. It's time. So, children, before we start, let's have a quick revision. Okay, so the chapter which we are talking about is Stone Age, right? Which is also known as prehistoric period. Why do we call it the prehistoric period? Because it doesn't have any written record of it, right? If we do not have any written record of it, then how do we get to know about this period at all? From where do we get the information? Yeah, right, right, right. Exactly. Hanji, cave paintings made by those people, stone tools, and everything. With the help of all these things, we get to know about those people. Right. Good morning, Mr. Very good morning. Then we also read, right, that the Stone Age, the early Stone Age, is divided into how many periods? Three. Three parts. What are they? Exactly. If we go in a chronological order, first things first, then we'll say Paleolithic. Exactly, like Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic, right? Then, then we read about that as we know, the people in the early historic period, the prehistoric period, in the early Stone Age, they did not even know how to grow crops. Did they know how to grow crops? No. They didn't know how to grow crops. So how did they used to eat? And what did they used to eat? They eat animals, yes, and what else? Exactly. Right. So they used to consume what? They used to consume animals, like they used to hunt animals and eat plant products by gathering it. That is why they were also known as hunters and gatherers. What were the early humans known as? Hunters and gatherers, right? Because they used to hunt animals and gather the forest products, right? Then we also get to know that they move from place to place. वो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह move करते थे, move from one place to the another. Did they? Or did they used to travel from place to place? Why? Right. First reason they moved was to look for or in search of food and shelter. Right. Then they also needed to know that the animals also used to get hunted, like get extincted, right? And if we talk about plants and trees, do the plants and trees bear fruits in all the seasons? No, they don't bear the fruits in all the seasons, right? Exactly. Right, so they have to move to other regions according to the plants bearing the fruits in that particular season. Then they usually live near the river valleys and lakes so that the water available and the land where they were living was fertile. So some waters and lakes were perennial, but some of them were seasonal. Do you know what is the meaning of perennial, children? What? Perennial refers to the ones which have water all throughout the year, right? Whether it's a perennial lake or perennial sea river, they will have water like the Ganga river. They'll have water throughout the year because they originated by the glacier, and glaciers to keep on melting. But there are some seasonal rivers and lakes as well. For example, the ones. Good morning. For example, the ones which we have. Yes. Probably they did die. They did die. They did die. They were not immortal. They were mortal. They did die. It is not mentioned specifically, Bacha, because it is well understood. We all know that men are not immortal. We are mortal beings. We are supposed to die. And they did die as well. Okay, right. So, last point that people travel was to travel from place to place in order to meet their friends and relatives, right? And those times they used to travel on foot. Or did they have any means of transport back then? Yeah, this they started doing later when they started domesticating the animals, right? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So then we get to know about the archaeological sources. We read about the tools and weapons. Children, tomorrow, like not tomorrow, I think it will be an off of yours. Like when the school will reopen now when the school will reopen, I'll show you a very beautiful stools made by Agrim of class 6B. Okay, he has made the stone tools by himself and he has made them wonderfully. Like they're so raw, so unique, very nice. I don't have them with me right now. I have them in school. I'll show you in school tomorrow. Okay? Right? So, matlab, he has made a kind of a hammer sort of a thingy, but it's very nice. He has also colored the rock with a black color to give it that raw look. So, it's very good. And he has tied that on a stick with the help of a plastic rope or something, but he has done it very wonderfully. Okay, then we also read about how stone tools were made. We read about fact sites, factory sites, and habitation sites. Now we'll begin with discovery of fire. Then discovery of fire. Chalo. Then let's cool. Then let's begin the change in the lifestyle. Okay. So what is lifestyle, children? Do you know what's the meaning of lifestyle? How they live, what they used to do, right? children, as you know that there are occurred significant changes in the climate of the world around 12,000 years ago, right? उस टाइम पे दुनिया में काफी सारे क्या हो रहे थे? There were happening a lot of changes, right? The temperature rose gradually. धीरे 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 टेम्परेचर बढ़ने लगा, right? And the climate became warm and dry. कैसा बनने लगा climate? How the climate became warm and okay. Noel, read the paragraph. Read the first paragraph, beta. Beta, please. Somebody's phone is ringing. Yes, Noel, read beta. The first paragraph. Noel, Noel, can you hear me or not? I asked you to read the first paragraph. Okay, right. So as you read, children, the temperature rose gradually and the climate started to become warm and dry. The climatic changes in the flora and fauna. I told you what is flora and fauna. Can you tell me what it is? What? Very good. Flora refers to the plants. Very good. Flora refers to plants and fauna refers to animals, right? And there was a considerable growth in the grasslands. Grasslands में भी अच्छी खासी growth आने लगी. They started growing, and मतलब पहले grasslands were less, there were more forests. But then when the temperature change happened, the grasslands started increasing. And इससे क्या हुआ? Obviously बात है, the grasslands have increases. The animals which consume grass, their number also increases, right? Such as animals such as deer, antelope, goat, sheep, and cattle who depended on grass for their survival. We saw a significant increase in their number as well. Right. Let's read next picture. Right. Now the increasing number of animals inspired people. When the number of animals started increasing, then they got inspired to learn about those animals. What are their food habits? What do they eat? What are their breeding seasons? Breeding seasons means how to breed. Yes, Noel. Yes, beta. Anyone can tell me what's the meaning of breeding? Very good. To reproduce. Very good. Excellent. Right. So human beings get to know about animals, what do they eat, and their breeding seasons. Perhaps it helped people to think about the domestication of animals. फिर लोगों ने सोचना शुरू किया कि why should we not domesticate these animals? हमें domesticate भी तो करना शुरू कर सकते हैं. Domestication का मतलब पता है हमें? Do we know what does it mean? Saman, where is your focus, beta? What is the meaning of domestication? As a pet and tame that, right? So then fishing also became an important activity, right? Okay, Dev, you read next. Exactly, right? It was during this time that some grain bearing grasses, like the ones which we do eat today, like wheat, okay, they grew and ripened, right? कुछ grain bearing crops जैसे कि wheat and rice, right? They came to, like, they started growing wheat, barley, and rice naturally. Nobody grew them, nobody sowed the seed and then they grew it. No, it started coming naturally. People collected these grains as food and they came to know where they grew and when they ripened. फिर लोगों ने पता लगाया, समझने की कोशिश की कहाँ grow करती हैं, कब ripened होती हैं, when can we eat them. So probably all this inspired them to grow and cultivate on their own. So maybe inspired by the discovery, they started growing and cultivating on their own. Yes, Nihit? But they grew naturally, which means they must have, like this, they must have seed, must have been sown somehow. Now they don't grow naturally because yeah, we have to grow them. Earlier, maybe like maybe there was a seed somewhere they grew naturally, and maybe there was seed somewhere because of which they started growing naturally. The seed must have been sown by like that only. और जैसे अभी आपने साइंस में seed dispersal पढ़ा होगा. Have you ever read about seed dispersal? पढ़ा है आपने साइंस में seed dispersal? So maybe they must have been consumed by some animals, or their seed must have got dispersed to various places. That's how the seed must have fallen on the ground and started sowing like that. Because there, at that point of time, land was also very, very, very fertile. We did not you need to use to add any manure, fertilizer, or take care of the irrigation part. That's it all grew naturally. But now we have to take care of them because neither the soil is as good as it was, nor the monsoon is as stable as it used to be. Right? Yes. We are going to start with the Stone Age and its timeline. Yeah. Clear, children? Any doubts till here? Okay. Children, now let's give it a look to the Do You Know part given on page number 25. As we know that the periods have been divided into uh, Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic, right? So the words Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic are derived from Greek terms, where lith means stone, paleo means old, meso means middle, and neo means new. That's why they have been divided like that. Paleolithic means old Stone Age, Mesolithic means middle Stone Age, and Neolithic means new Stone Age. Okay, clear? Okay, Akshat read. Yes, teacher. You have to read page number 25, the Stone Age, its timeline. Page number 25, the Stone Age. Its timeline. Page number 25, last topic. Yes, you are. Okay, stop here, stop here, stop here. Wait a minute. Right, children, as you can see, he read and told us that as we've already discussed, the Stone Age was a very, like, sufficiently lengthy period. What is the meaning of lengthy? Very good. Lengthy means very long. So, hence the scholars, to make the study easy and convenient, they divided it into different parts, three parts. Exactly. Exactly. So the division of we will along with the periods, we will also keep in mind that the tools used by people in these are the main bits of this division. So which clearly gives us an idea that in all these three parts or periods, the early human used different type of tools. They did not use the same tools, right? So let's talk about the Paleolithic age for first. The scholars term the earliest of human life on Earth as Paleolithic age. वैसे क्या बोलते हैं कौन सी age कहते हैं which is Paleolithic age the earliest form of human life, right? सबसे पहले when the humans used to live in the forest, in caves, right? That time. They have termed that as Paleolithic age, right? And the span of this period extends from 2 million years ago to about 12,000 years ago. 2 million से लेके 12,000 तक मिलियन ईयर्स ago तक का टाइम स्पेन है इसका. They made stone tools mostly for hunting, such as double-edged axes and spears. In addition to hunting tools, they made other tools and ornaments. Hunting tools के साथ साथ they made other tools and ornaments as well, such as needles from bones, figurines made from ivory, etc. Okay, clear? Right. Yes. What else? रिचुअल मीन्स जैसे हमारे घर की कुछ एक पूजा कुछ भी चीज का ना एक तरीका होता है रिचुअल होता है करने का राइट जैसे कि हमारा रिचुअल है दैट हम सुबह उठ के हाँ जी परंपरा रिचुअल इज काइंड ऑफ अ परंपरा रिवाज ठीक है क्लियर okay now the remaining parts will be read by Samrit read Stop, 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 stop here, stop here, stop, 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 beta, Arey, stop, 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 stop. I muted him. My goodness, Samrit, beta, क्या हो गया? Ma'am is asking you to stop. You didn't stop. Beta, I muted you. But your voice was, but his voice was coming, right, children? Yes. Uh-huh. No comments. It's okay, beta. No worries. It's okay, no issues. It's okay, fine. It happens. Right? So yeah, they also display their artistic style. Kids, please keep your audios off, right? Yeah, don't speak until unless you have asked. You have been asked to. Okay? Yeah. So they also displayed the artistic side by drawing pictures on the cave walls. So they were quite artistic. They enjoyed painting like you and me also do. And obviously they did not have much to do back then in those age, right? Now so we have a lot of things to do to keep us entertained or busy. But they didn't have. So they chose drawing, right? They used to draw where? On canvases. Then on the cave walls, right? Nobody copied anybody's answer. That, yeah. Yeah, so back then, no, the need was not very much back then, but say because the people were not as many as we are today. Back then, people were also less and resources were too much, plenty of it. So this was not the worry. Though, yes, many, if you go to a few YouTuber, you'll find that with the even with the ingredients present in the kitchen, we can make a lot of colors. Like turmeric can help us to make, yes, turmeric powder can help us to make yellow color, and there are other things as well with which we can make colors. So yeah, we can dry up the rose petals. We can make color from that as well. So that's okay, right? So that's how they must have made colors. Hmm. Right? So they could, right? They could make colors. Hanji? Yes, somebody was saying something. Sure. Oh, oh, what? Wait, summer, wait. I'll tell you when to read and what to read. So, now, the historians divided the Paleolithic Age. Even the Paleolithic Age was also divided into three parts, which were exactly lower, middle, and upper Mesolithic Age, right? And the age, right? And the upper Paleolithic Age on the basis of the changes that took place in sphere of tools. ये जो भी अलग division बने ये देख के बने that in terms of tools what changes have occurred, right? That's how they have made these changes. Now let's talk about Mesolithic age. Yes, read. You can just raise your hand and I'll see to it. I'll select you people. Yes, Apurva, read. Okay. Right, next is the Mesolithic age, which we can say is the middle one. So the period lies as transitional phase between the Paleolithic age and the Neolithic age because Mesolithic age में लोग Paleolithic से change होके किस में जा रहे थे Neolithic age में, right? So yeah, the span of this period extends up to about 12,000 years to 10,000 years ago. In which period? Okay, okay, fine. Right. So now let's read about the significant features of the Mesolithic age. Right. So in the first one we have read that the span of this period extends from 12,000 to 10,000 years ago. Then we read that this period witnessed a lot of environmental changes. इस टाइम पे environment में बहुत सारे changes आए. The first one is that the temperature rose gradually. धीरे 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 temperature बढ़ने लगा. Right. The climate became dry because of which the inhabitants moved closer to the lakes, right? Okay. Now, then if we talk about tool making as well, then as we're moving forward, right? So there you can see there are different flags, right? Obviously, yeah. So they used like the technique of tool making underwent significant changes. जो आपकी वो बनते हैं tools बनते हैं उसमें भी काफी सारे changes आए. As if you look at the picture of the tools given, then also you can find the spot the difference in the tools of the core tools, the stack tools, etc. Right. So a wider use of small stones called microlith, right, became important. Okay. And I innovated. Yeah. So, and the other varieties of tools remained in use. ऐसा ही था कि नए tools आ रहे हैं तो उन्होंने they stopped using the old tools. No, the early variety of tools were also in existence, but they also started making new tools too. Okay. Yes. चलिए Summer has read. Warren, you read next. Neolithic age. Oh, stop here. Stop. No, 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 no. You need to stop here. Right. So then they have told us very little about the Neolithic age. About the Neolithic age, they have said that the period succeeding the Mesolithic age was distinguished by a major lifestyle change in the human history. Right. लास्ट वाला जो आया था इसमें लोगों में काफी सारे लाइफस्टाइल चेंज आते गए, है ना? So that is why they divided it into further. Okay, that's the reason, है ना? So wait, beta, wait. Now the period succeeding Mesolithic age is known by major lifestyle change in human beings, right? We do not study more about this in this chapter because we know we are right now studying about the early Paleolithic age or the right. So we will read about the Neolithic age in the coming chapters. Was division of labor in existence? This will be read by, yes, Aradhya. Aradhya will read. Yes, children, read. It will be read by. Mhm. I'll tell. Yes, Varan, you read, beta. Varan, read. Okay, thank you so much, beta. Right. Children, as you see, he said that we cannot say it with certainty. श्योर के साथ नहीं कह सकते हैं